In this particular class, we will study about the gamma distribution and its associated topics. A random variable x is said to have a gamma distribution with parameter lambda greater than 0 if its probability density function is given by this quantity, which is equal to the e raised to the power of minus x into x raised to the power of lambda minus 1 upon of gamma of lambda, provided that lambda is greater than 0 and x lies between 0 to infinity, otherwise 0. Here the x is known as the gamma variate with parameter lambda and referred as gamma of lambda. Now we will calculate the moment generative function of the gamma distribution. According to the definition, the moment generative function is given by this quantity, which is equal to this quantity in the case of the continuous random variable. After putting the value of f of x, we will get this, which is equal to this quantity, or after solving we will get this or this, because integral 0 to infinity e raised to the power of minus tx into x raised to the power of lambda minus 1 dx is equal to 1 upon of t power of lambda into gamma of lambda. This is the integral of the gamma. The value of this integral is equal to this quantity. Therefore, we write like this. Now, we will calculate the cumulant generative function of the gamma distribution. According to a definition, kappa of x of t is equal to log of moment generative function, which is equal to this quantity, or we can write like this after expanding the log term. Therefore, the mean, which is kappa 1, is equal to the coefficient of the t in kappa x of t, which is equal to lambda. Similarly, variance is equal to mu 2 equal to kappa 2, which is equal to the coefficient of the t square by 2 factorial in the kappa of x of t, which is equal to lambda. Similarly, mu 3 is equal to 2 lambda and kappa 4 equal to 6 lambda. Therefore, mu 4 equal to this quantity, or hence beta 1 is equal to this quantity and beta 2 is equal to this quantity. Now, we will study the gamma distribution is the limiting case of the normal distribution. For this, if x follows the gamma distribution with parameter lambda and the expected value of x is equal to lambda, which is equal to mu, and the variance of x is equal to lambda, which is equal to sigma square, then the standard gamma variate is given by this quantity. Simply just put the value of expected value of x and variance of x. We will get this. Therefore, the moment generating function of this standard gamma variate is given by this quantity, which is equal to this quantity, or given by this quantity. Thus, the cumulant generating function of this variate is given by this quantity, which is equal to this quantity. After solving this, here the order of lambda raised to the power of minus half contains the term lambda to the power of half and higher power of lambda in the denominator. Therefore, as lambda tends to infinity, kappa z of t is equal to this quantity. Or we can write like this, as limit n tends to infinity, moment generating function of z is equal to this quantity, which is the moment generating function of the standard normal variate. Hence, the standard gamma variate tends to standard normal variate as lambda tends to infinity. In other words, we can say that gamma distribution tends to normal distribution for the large value of its parameter, that is lambda. Now, we will study the additive property of the gamma distribution. The sum of the independent gamma variate is also a gamma variate. If x1, x2, x3 up to x of k are independent gamma variate with parameter lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 up to lambda of k, then the sum of this is a gamma variate with parameter lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 up to lambda k. Since xi is the gamma variate with parameter lambda I, its moment generating function is given by this quantity. Then the moment generating function of the sum of x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to x of k is given by this quantity. Since they are independent, we can write like this, or equal to this quantity, which is the moment generating function of the gamma variate with parameter lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 up to lambda k. Now we will study some special case. First, if a random variable x having a gamma distribution with two parameters a and lambda, if its probability density function is given by this quantity, which is equal to the 1 upon gamma of lambda into a raised to the power of lambda e raised to the power of ax into x raised to the power of lambda minus 1, provided that a is greater than 0, lambda is greater than 0, and x lies between 0 to infinity, otherwise 0. Second, the cumulative distribution function of the gamma distribution is called the incomplete gamma function, which is given by this quantity or equal to this quantity, otherwise 0. If in general, if xi follows the gamma distribution with the two parameter a and lambda I are independent random variables, then summing over ixi follows the gamma distribution with parameter a and summing over I lambda I. These are the few topics related to the gamma distribution. I hope you understand them. Thanks for watching this video. For know more about the statistics, please watch other videos.